the key challenge for any city, for any country facing a technological revolution is the fact that we have to democratize the tools, commoditize the technology, and most importantly, prepare our people with the knowledge, the skills, and the ability to use these new revolutionary tools. So one priority we have is to make sure that our people have the education, have the exposure, have mastery of these tools. So for example, today, GovTech will sign a Memorandum of Understanding with the National University of Singapore to provide training for 10,000 public servants in data science over the next 5 years. NUS will work with GovTech to develop the pedagogy, the syllabus, the curriculum, so that our people, our public servants, 10,000 of us over the next 5 years, will know how to use these tools. It's not, again, just about technology, but it's about making sure we are on the cutting edge, on the bleeding edge, and we can use data science as an example so that we can improve the way we measure performance, the way we package new services, the way we deliver and improve government services. And again, this is just an example, because in fact, it needs to go far beyond data science. In fact, it also needs to go far beyond the public service. Every company, every employer needs to spend the next couple of months asking yourself whether your people, which are your most precious asset, are up to date, have the skills, and have the ability to ride this new digital revolution. And that's also why you will see that a significant portion of the recommendations by the Committee for the Future Economy was focused on education, on training. It's also why we have put so much money into Skills Future. We've put money into every citizen's account. We are also expanding training opportunities across the universities, the polytechnics, and private sector providers so that we can rapidly and quickly get up to scratch with the latest tools and technology. Now, another a priority area, I shared some part of this last week, was on the development of platforms. And let me give you a few examples of platforms that we are going to focus on in the next 1 year. First, we want to accelerate the development of a national IoT sensor communication backbone. We call it the Smart Nation platform. Now, the first thing I want to say is that, again, if you listen to what Charles said earlier, the fact is there is still no consensus on the technology or on the standards. Now, the lack of consensus or even the current fragmentation of the market is not an excuse for paralysis. So we still need to take a pathway with an open mind, avoiding technology or vendor lock-in, preferably have open standards, take decisions which do not lead down, what is a path that we used to call a no-regret pathway, which means you take decisions which, even if the technology doesn't pan out, the platforms, the approaches are still relevant, the technology can be swapped out, replaced with something better, and to move forward step by step. And the reason we are doing this, again, is not for the sake of technology, but in order to improve the quality and the responsiveness of government services, to leverage on existing infrastructure. And Charles gave a very good example. Cameras, it shouldn't be that every time you need something, you need a complete replacement of existing infrastructure. But can you use the signals, the feeds, the sensors, which are already present, to generate new insights and new services? And if we can do this right, not only can we enhance our internet and IoT platforms. But we can derive value. We can derive value by sharing, by synergy, and by reusing existing infrastructure in new ways.